Welcome to Percussion Methods. Today we're talking about crash cymbals. You're gonna grip the strap just like you do German grip on a stick. So between a flat thumb and that little crease in your index finger, allowing only two knuckles, you can see there, two knuckles to touch the cymbal. We don't want to hold them like marching cymbals or put a lot of skin on the metal because it's not going to allow it to resonate as freely. So again, flat thumb, curved fingers, and only, you can see there are two knuckles touching. Setting up your crash position is essential for getting a good tone. Starting with your cymbals vertically like this, drop the right one slightly, and then tip them down and over to the left. They're going to be in the center of your torso. I also like to add a little bit of an angle to the top cymbal. So instead of them being perfectly straight up and down, the bottom of this one is kicked out just a little bit. You see that? This puts a little bit of a flam into your crash and gives it more articulation. If all the edges hit together in exactly the same place at the same time, you tend to get a really airy sound to your crashes. So again, we're gonna drop the right one, go down and over to the left so we can see them clearly, and put a little bit of angle differentiation in the cymbals. Now that you have your crash prepared, all you have to do is move the right cymbal into and out of the bottom cymbal. This one doesn't need to move at all. I'm a right-handed person, so I'm using my right hand to do the crashing. Looks and sounds like this. After the crash, I like to hold my cymbals out in front in a V shape like this. When you're crashing your cymbals, it's an in and out motion like this. It's like clapping your hands. If you're doing any kind of up or down or front to back swishing sort of motion, that's actually wasted energy that you're not putting into the cymbal crash. It's just in and out like that. For crashes of all dynamics, we're going to prepare the cymbals in the same way. Drop the one on top, put them down and over to the side, and create a little bit of an angle. Soft crashes start with the cymbals closer together, but still use a quick in and out motion. Sounds like this. For a medium loudness crash, increase the distance between the cymbals when you prepare them. For loud crashes, you're going to make that distance even greater before you crash them. If you need to execute a crash choke, that is cutting off the sound quickly after crashing the cymbals together, I recommend pulling them into your stomach. You'll see some people pull them into their shoulder, but that is a bit of a sensitive area. You have tendons back there, and you can actually get bruises. Pulling them into your stomach usually means you're cutting off the sound quicker too. Here's a demonstration of a crash choke. Check the top and the bottom of the strap for excessive wear or fraying. If you notice those things, replace that strap as soon as possible so it doesn't break in the middle of a performance. When you're looking for crash cymbals, go for something that's medium to medium heavy in thickness. This is a Sabian hand-hammered HH Viennese, and they sound really, really nice. These are great for big moments where you want a really luscious, blossomy crash cymbal sound. Something thicker will give you a little bit more crunch. This is a Sabian HHX Synergy in the standard 18-inch size, so they're 1 inch smaller than the ones I just showed you, and these have a more crunchy attack to them that works great for things like marches. Here's a sound comparison between those two pairs of cymbals. I'm going to start with the 19-inch Sabian hand-hammered Viennese. These are a little bit thinner than the other ones and an inch larger. Now these are the Sabian HHX Synergy Heavies. They're thicker than the others and an inch smaller. They're in a standard 18-inch size, and they have a more brilliant, shiny finish on them. One common issue I see with crash tone is preparing it in a way that all the edges are going to hit at the same time, and you end up with really, really airy crashes. Again, we want to lower one and create an angle there to get a small flam, so the top edge is going to hit before the bottom edge does. This gives you articulation and avoids that airy, puffy sound. If I align all the edges, I'll get a really wispy kind of tone. Now, dropping this one and putting some angle in it and tipping them over, more articulation and a fuller crash. Another issue I'll see sometimes is that there's too much of an angle between the cymbals. You're going to get a very noticeable flam or two different strikes when the top edge hits, followed by the bottom edge. Here's what that sounds like. During rehearsals and performances, I recommend storing your crash cymbals in a cradle like this one. They're inexpensive, they don't take up much space, they're very ergonomic, and they allow you to pick up and put down the cymbals without making extraneous noise. Whenever you're transporting your cymbals, they really need to be in a case. A hard case is great if you're going a long distance or going on a plane, but if you're traveling a shorter distance, a soft case is just fine too.